Welcome to day 15 of our January Challenge 2020 and our 14th day of looking at the Seal Lullaby arranged by Lauren Scott, and we're just taking it nice and gently. And today it's just 3 bars, although it's got one of those pauses in again that we've had before. So I'm going to go straight on to today. Initially, I may play you into it later, but for now, straight on to today. So this is bar 48. Heading somewhere, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. So quite gentle today. Left hand first. It starts with quite a high octave F with the 5th in the middle, which is a red C. So I'm aiming with my thumb, allowing the others to just fall out, and I play F C F. Then I take all of that down one string. So now I'm aiming for my E with my thumb and allowing my fingers to fall out. And that'll be my pause bar. If I take my thumb down one more to the D and just allow finger 3 to fall out to a normal triad size gap, G to D, I'm going to play G, put it back on, play my D and play my G. Okay, if we just do that last bar, G, D, G, we'll do it together and I'll count us in after one and. One and. That's it, so try and replace that 3rd finger onto the G. I'll show you with my right hand. Okay, and try and do it really firmly so that there's no buzzing. Let's try again, just that G, D, G after one and. One and. Good, okay. So, nice straightforward left hand today. The octave F with the 5th. Down one to the octave E with the 5th. Take your thumb down one to the D and just let your 3rd finger out and do G, D, G. Okay, so we'll put that into time in a little while. Let's do the top hand first. So we've got a C, we're going to do that probably with a finger 2. Yesterday we ended with, so finger 2, if you allowed your hand to travel up, finger 2 is quite comfy from there. So this is starting on beginning of 48. Finger 2 on the C, we're going to play that C and. Okay, then we're going to open up 3 and 2 are going to go either side of that red, and our thumb is going to go onto the E. And we play the 3, then this is one of those snaps, so we go 2-1 quite quickly, and really make sure you bend that thumb over, and make sure that there's room for that thumb to bend over. So really watch there, it's so easy to end up scrunched like this. And you could argue, well, my finger's still pointing down, my thumb's still pointing up. But then there's nowhere for that thumb to go. So a rotation to open up that space there gives your thumb somewhere to go, okay? And after that snap, we reach down, and you might like to use, I like to use finger 3 on this G, the one with the pause on it. Okay, so the reason for that 3rd finger is because maybe having just done the 2-1, they've snapped in nice and firmly. It's much easier to bring out a finger that hasn't just been used or just been snapped in very firmly. Okay, so let's do that right hand from the C at the beginning of 48, and we'll do it in time. So the C lasts for a count of 1 and 2, 3, da-da-dum. Didn't say the right number there, but we'll put it together, but it's quite a long C is my point. So let's do it together. Here's our count. I'll count us in a full bar, just the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and. Okay, and as ever, because of that snap being very quick, there's then space after it, and we need to allow, not panic that that's quick and therefore the next note has to be arriving quickly too. It doesn't. Let's try that again from that C at the beginning of 48. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and. Lovely. Put the left hand underneath that. So F octave, aim with your thumb and let it open up, knowing that it's just going to move down one when it's finished, and you can do that fairly quickly. The top hand will play the C and get ready placing on the other notes as your left hand is playing. And then as your right hand is playing that, you're fixed on nicely, your left hand can be moving. So starting at the beginning of bar 48, hands together, and they start together. It's the lowest note of the left hand, and that's C in the top hand. Here's our count. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Should we try that again? Okay. So red C in the top hand, black or blue Fs in your left. Here's our count. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, one last time. C in the top, F, C, F in the left. Release your shoulders and allow yourself to breathe. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And there'll be a pause there. Then our top hand, your left hand's just played that E with its thumb, and there's a pause, and in that pause your right hand is going on to that E with finger 4. E and G, so either side of your black. Finger 2 right next to it, thumb right next to it. So you've got 3 in a row on those top 3 notes, but the 4th finger's a gap away. And like we were doing yesterday, if you can actually take your hand off and just open it up into those 4 notes, they're clear strings around some colours there. And we play 4, 3, 2, 1. So we just head it upwards. Da da dum bum. Okay. So let's just do that right hand. Ready? After 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Okay. And landing with that final note in the top hand is this 3-1-3 that we did in our left, that G, D, G. Okay, so let's place our right hand again. Try and take your hand away and open up all the notes at the same time. See if your left hand can do the same, G, D, G. Again, we've got left thumb close to right 4th, so we make sure that our thumb in that hand is higher than our right hand 4th finger. And I will count you in. Right hand's going to lead, left hand's going to join in on its final note. Here we go, after 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. And the trick there is, even though your right hand is playing a thumb note, your left hand's starting with finger 3. Let's try that again. Opening up, releasing our shoulders, and we'll try that again. Written above this section is the word slight roll. So we're also going to be allowing for it to be slowing down during this. It's a little bit hard to do when you're playing with other people, but when you're in charge of your own playing, you can exaggerate it further. And we're also pretty quiet at this point as well. So we'll bend our fingers in beautifully, but we won't put too much force behind the actual pluck itself. Here's our count in. Ready? 1 and 2 and. Okay, so let's add that on the end of the other learning we've done today. So we start with a C in the top hand. We go either side of that and do B, D, E with that snap. Leaping down for a G. We have our pause, and in this pause, like the other ones, I'm just going to give it 1 extra beat, and then we're on to that 4, 3, 2, 1. And I wonder if you can guess what note we're heading to next, that we'll start tomorrow with. Where do you think that's aiming for? Okay, left hand, octave F, moving down 1, G, D, G. Okay, let's put it all together if you can. I'll play it through a few times for you, so if you want to join in with just one hand or the other initially, that's okay. Starting at the beginning of today, beginning of 48, here's our count in, full bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and... wait. I'm sorry I went wrong at the end there. I rushed. It's quite easy to do. I did that quaver, and I tried to carry on as though it was quavers as well. And I think I brought my left hand in too soon. So I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to draw a circle around the crotchet rest in the left hand of that final bar. Okay, and if you've been finding yourself potentially doing that, get your pencil and circle it yourself as well. Okay, let's try again. Bar 48. C in the right hand, the octave left with that fifth in the middle on the blacks. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, I'll do that again for you. C at the top, octave F with C in the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and... wait. Now. Okay. And now to finish this video for you today, I'm going to play all the way back from bar 40, which is a couple of days ago, through yesterday and into today. Okay, and you might join in now, or you might use it to join in with later in the day when you've done some more work on this section. So I'm going all the way back to bar 40. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Well done, you're doing ever so well. Stick at it, keep going through, and revisit earlier bits as well, just to sort of keep piecing it all together, and keep breathing. And if you need to take longer over it, that's okay as well. Don't worry if today isn't the date that I've said at the beginning, and you're taking it at your own pace, because that's what this is for. It's for taking things at your own pace, and these videos will stay up well beyond this month. In fact, you can find all the previous year's videos available on the website as well. All right, see you tomorrow. Well done.